Okay.
Predicting they're probably going to put up about probably 20 minutes, maybe even put 20 of it.
Okay. The video's going and it looks good so far.
Okay, thank you.
If you can monitor the internet feed when you get a chance, please.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and get the phone.
Yeah.
Test, test.
You didn't come through.
No. What's going on with this now? It's 3930957, right?
Yes.
Oh, I think my cord came out a little bit. Shoot. You got me now?
Yeah, I got you on both.
Okay, thank you.
We have audio on the stream.
Thank you. They haven't started the warm-up clock yet. They have a couple of presentations they're doing, so just to let you know.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go about, let's see, how much time I'm going to put down here. Around 7:08, somewhere around there. Will that work?
Okay, I can get us there.
Okay, thank you.
2 minutes till intro.
Thank you.
Minute till intro. $30 till intro. Starting intro now. $30 till go. $15. Five, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome live to Tasker Arena. Time for Hobbs Eagle basketball. Live on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube. Ty Friend here with you at the legendary arena. Tiffany Stuber back at the station tonight as the Hobbs Eagles ready for game number 4 of the district schedule as they come in with the 3-0 record to take on the 0-3 Roswell Coyotes. Both teams warming up here at Tasker as we speak. A little bit of a delay to get this game started. They had a kind of a event going on before we got the contest moving to the court, as they did a recognition of all the favorite teachers of the basketball team so far this season. So that's a pretty neat tribute to see all different types of people on the court from the Hobbs High faculty. Well, the Eagles coming in with a decent record, of course, 3-0 in district, and looking at their second half of the district schedule, which of course will include Roswell, Clovis on Friday, and then next Friday we'll be back at home against Carlsbad here at Tasker Arena for the final game of the district schedule. At this point, the district tournament is still on, and then, of course, the playoffs and the state tournament. So COVID does not look like it's going to cut into any of that at this point in time, just keeping our fingers crossed on that. Of course, the Hobbs Eagles getting that big victory and come-from-behind win last Friday night as they knocked off the Carlsbad Cavemen by 5 points. And boy, it was kind of one of those nail-biter type of situations. Eagles were down early in that game, 9-0 off 3 trays by Carlsbad. But the Eagles got themselves reestablished. They were down 16-5 at the end of the first quarter. At the end of the second quarter, though, Hobbs had 24 points, and they outscored Carlsbad 19-14 in the second quarter, but still trailed by 6. By the end of the third quarter, they were still down by 3 points, although they had a 13-10 differential in the third quarter. The big change for the fourth quarter, Hobbs outscoring Carlsbad 20-12, an 8+8 situation there to pick up the victory. And boy, like I said, fourth quarter was all comeback time for the Eagles. The big difference in the game was Carlsbad started to rack up the turnovers. They finished up with 21 in the ball game, and a good handful of those in that final quarter of action. Eagles' top scorer in the game, Jalen Gore, finishing with 20 points. He was perfect on the charity stripe, 4 for 4, and hit making 4 trays in the ball game, along with 6 rebounds. So definitely he was a step-up guy in that contest. Jesus Ramos came off the bench, 15 points and 5 rebounds. Was also 7 of 10 from the charity stripe, so 70% from the line. Definitely every single one of those points very valuable for the Eagles. So only 2 getting in double figures as Ramos and Gore combining for 35 of the Eagles' 57 points. A lot more than half of the scoring for the Eagles. Kind of quiet for the rest of the guys on the squad. Aaron Mora, 6 points and 7 rebounds in that game. So he really definitely had a lower number than he's used to as he came into this contest tonight averaging 19 points a ball game. So he is way, way below that. Also Tyler Box coming off the bench for 6 points. He was pivotal in the transition game and some defense going on. Michael Mackey with 5 points and 4 rebounds. Eagles shot 13 of 21 from the charity stripe for 60%. And it was an even rebounding night for both teams, 27 apiece for each squad. But once again, the difference was turnovers, 21 for Carlsbad, 14 for the Eagles. And boy, the Cavemen really shooting the lights out in terms of three-pointers at their home gym. They had 7, Hobbs managing 4, 3 of those at the hands of Jalen Gore. So the Eagles getting that win, 21-2 on the season. They gave a couple of double-digit scores to Carlsbad. Damian Perez with 19 and Devin McWright with 12, but kind of pretty much kept them in check in the second half to get that victory. But Carlsbad will have one more shot at the Eagles, and that'll be coming up next Friday, so a little bit of time to get ready for them. And then the playoffs get underway with the district tournament, etc. So Roswell, on the other hand, is having some issues this year. They graduated 6 seniors from last year's squad, and right now sitting at 0-3 in terms of the district record, 6-17 overall. Of course, the Coyotes, a team that's been deep into the playoffs the last couple of seasons, but when you get rid of that many players off your squad, you got to fill some shoes. Now, this past week, Roswell lost in overtime to Clovis, 86-77. It was tied at the half, 35-all. Both teams scored 40 points in the second half and ended up regulation at 75-75. Clovis, though, getting the upper hand of the overtime, 11-2, and the win over Roswell in the OT. Despite that, Roswell hitting 9 three-pointers in that ball game, so lots of guys stroking it. Estrada had 16, 2 trays. Barola, the coach's son, with 12 points, 2 trays. And Miramontes with 11 points, and he had 3 three-pointers. So those 3 guys combined for 7 of the 9 trays, Estrada, Barola, and Miramontes. Those are some guys that will be very much part of the offense for Roswell here at Tasker Arena. See if they'll be able to shoot as well as they did against Clovis, even in the loss. The current Max Preps poll for the state, Hobbs sitting in that same spot that they were last week at number 5 with a 21-2 record. Volcano Vista leads the 10 top teams with a 21-0 record. Las Cruces in second at 22-0. They do have one more win than Volcano Vista, but their strength of schedule a little bit lower than Volcano Vista. Volcano Vista has a 13.2 strength of schedule and Las Cruces at 8.6, so that's why Volcano Vista remains in the top spot. La Cueva comes in at number 3 despite losing this past weekend. They might change by the time Thursday comes around, is when they usually update the Max Preps. La Cueva at 16-3, again third in the state. Trisco Heritage at number 4 with a 17-4 record. And then your Hobbs Eagles. Santa Fe number 6, Rio Rancho 7. Carlsbad from the district, they're 19-4 at number 8. Sandia at number 9. And Cleveland rounding out the top 10. The Clovis Wildcats currently at 24 out of 27 teams in the 5A, and Roswell next to last in the poll at 26. So those 2 teams have a big hole to dig out of. They still got a district tournament to try to work to their advantage as well, though, in just about 2 weeks. So that's what you got in terms of the representation for teams in the 5A. Now looking through 3 district games this season, boy, some good averages for the Eagles. Gore currently with 21 points through those 3 games. He's got 63 points versus Clovis, Roswell, and Carlsbad. Ramos coming off the bench for 12.3 points a game. and Mora at 14.3. So 3 guys scoring in double digits. Actually 4. I forgot Mackey, too. He's averaging 11 points a game. That's pretty impressive stuff. Eagles averaging 76 points as a team against their opponents and only giving up 37, so more than doubling offense versus defensive give-ups. We're going to take a break for the national anthem and come back in 90 seconds on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
You're clear. $30. $15. $10. $5. 3, 2, 1, go.
Get ready for some Hobbs Eagle basketball here at Tasker Arena. Eagles taking on the Roswell Coyotes. Game number 4 of the district schedule. Again, the Eagles at 21-2, 3-0 in district. Roswell stepping in with a 6-17 record and 0-3 in district. Last time these two teams played, the Eagles winning big in a mercy rule win, 75-30. Eagles getting some top point production from Jalen Gore. Actually, he was second. I should say Aaron Mora was the leader with 21 points and 12 rebounds, a double-double for Mr. Mora in that game. Was also 7 of 9 from the charity stripe. Jalen Gore finished with 19 points, 6 of 8 from the line, had a couple of rebounds for the Eagles as well, and also hit a total of 3 3-pointers to his name. Also with double digits, Michael Mackey with 10 points, perfect on the charity stripe on the road in Roswell, 8 for 8. Also had 4 assists and 6 rebounds. So 3 guys scoring in double figures for the Eagles. Also in that game, lots of free throw opportunities. They were 31 of 48 for 65%. Eagles shot 38% from the field on the road and was 3 of 13 from three-point range at 23%. Big difference in turnovers, too. Only 16 for the Eagles, 27 for the Roswell Coyotes. Roswell did manage 1 in double figures. That's Ivan Miramontes. He had 12 points, also 3 rebounds, and hit 3 trays for the Coyotes. Not a lot of help coming off the bench or from the starting lineup. Jeremiah Barola, coach's son, was 6 points. Emiliano Bonilla ended up with 6 as well. So that was the point production for Roswell. They were 7 of 15 from the charity stripe for 46%. But again, their undoing was the rebound or the turnovers. They had 27 in that ball game, 11 more than the Eagles. Hobbs out-rebounded Roswell 34-23 in the game. And, of course, we mentioned Aaron Mora finishing with 12 rebounds to lead the Eagles' cause. Katre Morgan had 6 along with Michael Mackey off the boards. And for Roswell, it was Emiliano Bonilla, the leader, with 5. Also, Anthony Ortega finished with 5 as well. So that pretty much gets you the connection there between the two teams. It looks like the Eagles should have a pretty easy move in this game. But, of course, Roswell has nothing to lose to try to knock off these Eagles and try to get their first district win, which is going to be starting here in just a minute. Eagles will be wearing the white uniforms along with the black numbers in gold as well, and Roswell are going to be on their red uniforms on the road here with the black numerals as they're getting announced on the court as we speak. Throughout the district game so far, the 3 that the Eagles have played so far, Hobbs has shot 50% from the field, 38% from three-point range, and 54% from the free throw line. That's against their 3 opponents, Carlsbad, Clovis, and, of course, Roswell, who they're playing tonight. We mentioned right before the break, Eagles have outscored their opponents, averaging 76 points a game, only giving up 37. Roswell, on the other hand, is only scoring 44 points and giving up 75. So giving up 75 is about what the Eagles average at 76, so that is not a good sign for them as we get ready for this contest. We mentioned the Eagles will be on the road on Friday as they will head up to Clovis. Clovis is playing Carlsbad tonight, and then next Friday, a week from the end of the week, they will have their final home game in the district schedule as they'll get a chance to hook up with Carlsbad. Of course, the Eagles more than likely will have that first-round playoff game after the district tournament. So that gets you kind of set up for this big game as the Hobbs Eagles and the Roswell Coyotes going head-to-head here in just a minute. We will take a final 60-second break and come back live on HobbsAmerica.com, YouTube, and let's not forget about Cool 95.7.
Very clear.
Let's make that a 30, please.
Okay. $15. $5. 3, 2, 1, go.
Both teams out on the court getting ready to go here. Eagles will start with Michael Mackey, Ethan Van Landingham, Jalen Gore, Katre Morgan, and Aaron Mora. Mackey averaging 8.7 a game, Van Landingham 2.1, Jalen Gore 20, Katre Morgan 7.2, and Mora at 19. Roswell starting Josh Estrada, Ivan Miramontes, Jeremiah Barola, Emiliano Bonilla, and Jacan Lackey. Ready for the jump and the tip into the backcourt for Mora as we're getting underway here at Tasker Arena. In the hands of Mackey, gets a 2-3 zone against him, gets a pass deflected. Van Landingham runs it down on the near side and gives it back to Mackey on the right wing. Bounce pass to Mora, right elbow. Back door to Morgan, loose in the lane and deflected and pulled down by Van Landingham, but it gets it knocked out of his hands on the far sideline and goes out of bounds. He fumbled it out as it was hit for the Roswell Coyotes, getting a piece of it, Josh Estrada. That will be the Eagles' first turnover. And boy, the number's kind of hard to see in the front of the jerseys. We'll have to hopefully get the backs turned to us more. Pass to the timeline to Miramontes, a double team for the Eagles. He throws it up court, far right sideline, and getting a hand on it momentarily was Moore, but couldn't get his feet down in bounds. And he takes a tumble out towards the far side. It will be Roswell basketball in the front court. Just underway here in the first quarter. Roswell and Hobbs. Coyotes will get it to the timeline on the inbound to Bonilla. Drives to the right wing to the baseline. Kicks it right corner. 3 on the way for Miramontes off the side of the rim. No good. Rebound on the left block by Lackey. Spins in the paint. Turns and fires up a semi-hook. And they're going to call the body foul on Mora. Ball come off the back of the rim that time. So first on Mora. First on the Hobbs Eagles in terms of fouls. Estrada with 9.1 points a game for the Coyotes. Miramontes averaging 12 a game. Bonilla with 10.5. Jeremiah Barola 7.1, and Lackey with 5.6 a game. First free throw is up and off the back of the rim. No good for Lackey, but he will get one more. He's one of the tallest players on the Coyotes team, 6'4". Anthony Ortega, one of the subs, he's also 6'4", but of course Aaron Mora standing 6'6" for your Hobbs Eagles. Second shot for Lackey is a swish. He came into the game shooting 56%, but he gets both of them there. So 2-0, or make it 1-0, excuse me. Hobbs basketball into the front court. Van Landingham coming down the lane, sailing through, but lost the ball as he tried to pass down low to Morgan on the right block. And it goes out on the baseline. So already 2 Hobbs Eagle turnovers here in the first quarter. Still 7:13 remaining. Hobbs fans still on their feet, waiting for the first score of the game for the Eagles. A 1-2-2 full court trap for Hobbs. Pass up the far sideline, getting away with a push off. Jeremiah Barola shoving Mackey. Pass up top, 3 on the way for Miramontes off the back of the rim. Loose on the left wing, and it's picked up for Roswell by Estrada. Stolen by Mackey, though. First Coyote turnover. Mackey comes down the lane off the dribble. Hands off behind into Moore on the right block, who lays it in for 2 on the right side. The fans can finally sit down. 2-1 Eagles here in the first. And a deflection on the inbound. Van Landingham playing the one-man wrecking crew. The front guy on the 1-2-2 trap pressure defense and got a piece of it, knocked that out on the baseline in the backcourt. Roswell basketball still. As the inbound comes to the near side to Estrada. Just keeps passing back and forth. Miramontes, yo-yo game going on. Miramontes one-hands it across the timeline, right wing to Barola. Drives the baseline right side, stops underneath the hoop, gets his shot swatted by Mora. Picked up by Barola, knocked out of his hands and taken away by Jalen Gore. That's a turnover for Roswell, their second. Backdoor to Mackey on the double clutch over the right rim and scores. He had to shove it over the rim that time. Hit a defender right on his back. First bucket for Mackey, and a timeout for Coach Barola. Doesn't want to see this roll away from his Coyotes. Hobbs up 4-1 here in the first. We'll come back in 30 seconds on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
You're clear. $15. Five, 3, 2, 1, go.
Roswell burning an early timeout here at Task Arena as they trail 4-1 to the Eagles. Mackey and Mora both hitting buckets for Hobbs, and a free throw for Jacon Lockey for Roswell. 6:19 left first quarter. And again, that full court 1-2-2 trap for the Eagles. Inbound to near side Estrada, dribbles to the timeline and then throws it back deep to Miramontes and then back to Estrada. To Miramontes as he comes across the timeline, finds Estrada left wing, down to the left corner to Lackey. Dribbles up left elbow, one-hand pass over the right wing to Lackey. Up top of the arc to Estrada. Gets some tough pressure by Van Landingham, underhands it over to left wing in front of the Hobbs Eagles student section to Miramontes. Dribbles up top, left to right. Coming back to get it on the right wing is Estrada. Gets around Van Landingham with the first step. Shot off the balance there on the left elbow and gets it to go right through the net. Nice swat on the ball through the hole that time for Estrada. Long ball to the other end to Mora. Misses the shot. Tries to tip it up once. Gets his rebound off the front of the rim. Puts it up again. It's off the front of the iron again. And Van Landingham tried to get a piece of it. It's taken down by Estrada for his second rebound. Dribbles across the timeline of the near side and gets his pass deflected out for the Taskovich band. So Roswell retained possession. Mora had a couple of tips that time. Could not get him to drop on the offensive glass. 4-3 score, favor of the Hobbs Eagles. The inbound of the backcourt almost lost there by Estrada near side, guarded by Jalen Gore at the timeline. Crossover move. Dishes down to the left corner. Three shot on the way for Miramontes. Swishes it through, and then he spins around and glares at the Hobbs Eagles student section. First tray of the ball game for either team. 6-4. Long pass the other end. Taking to the rack is Mackey, but is rejected by Lackey under the basket. Lackey swatting Mackey, but a steal by Van Landingham underneath the hoop as he's going to give it over to Gore in the left corner. We got a hold foul. Gore was going to take it baseline off the dribble and got held by a Roswell Coyote. Wait to see who they got that on. He went through a little bit of traffic that time. They're going to call that one against Barola, his first team foul on the Coyotes. Both teams have a foul apiece. And checking in for the Eagles, Tyler Box. Also seeing some action, Darius Royal, who's been out sick the last couple of weeks. Three of the players stack it on the left side of the lane. One in the middle is Moore. They get it down to Ross. Misses the shot, gets rejected, but goes back up with the tip over the top of Lackey that time. So Ross on the scoreboard and a rebound. It's now 6-6. We are tied here at Tasker. Ball comes across the timeline, far side to Estrada. Spin move against a double team. Unloads down to the right corner to Bonilla. Drives baseline underneath the hoop. Kick out left corner to Miramontes. Fadeaway three and another one. And again looks at the student section. Mocking them. 6 points for Miramontes. And now it's 9-6. A long pass to the other end. And a layup going for the Hobbs Eagles. That's Mora wide open for two. He's got 4 points. And we are tied at 8-8. 4:30 left first quarter. Using up his dribble, Miramontes near side, throws it across the timeline, dangerous. Barola comes down with it in front of Mora, kicks it up top, three on the way for Bonilla. Off the front of the rim, no good. Ripped down by Tyler Box. In transition, up ahead to Ross, who goes to the rack with a scoop shot left side and puts it through. Ronnie Ross now with 4 points. Eagles up 10-8 here in the first, or make it 10-9 after that tray earlier for Roswell. Into the front court, off the left wing is Miramontes. He'll slow it down, goes to his left hand. Fade away from the left baseline off the dribble. Air ball pulled down by Jalen Gore on the block. Gore with his first board up ahead. There's Mora. Reverse slamp on the right side. Roswell not getting back on the transition defense. Already 3 buckets for Mora for 6 points and another burn timeout for Coach Barola. It is 12-9. Eagles by 3. 3:52 left first quarter. We're coming back in 30 seconds.
You're clear. $15. 5, 3, 2, 1, go.
So 2 Roswell timeouts already here in the first quarter. Hobbs up 12-9 with 3:52 left in the first quarter. Coming into this game, both teams shooting from the field, 45% for the Eagles, 38% for the Roswell Coyotes. From three-point range, Roswell with a little bit of advantage, 31 to 30%. And steals, 11.4 for the Eagles a game, or 13.5 a game, 11.4 for Roswell. Roswell gets a pass down the lane and try to do a spin move, and they're going to call the foul. Trying to go up with it was Anthony Ortega, who just checked in. He's one of their 6'4" players. They called the foul on the Eagles. 32 fouling 32. That was Tyler Box, his first, second team foul on the Eagles. So we're mentioning Hobbs having 13.5 steals a ball game compared to 11.4 for Roswell. Turnovers a big difference, though. 22.9 for Roswell and just 13.5 for the Eagles. So Roswell definitely has to keep their turnovers in check in this game. That's blood in the water for Eagle fans here. The 6-man just waiting for that. First free throw was up and good for Bonilla. Roswell now 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. Trail 12-10 to the Eagles. Second shot is up and good. He got both of them, did Bonilla. 12-11. A little delay here as they get a sub in the ball game, and getting out late, almost being the 6-man out of the court was Barola, coach's son there, as finally gets a sprint off the court. Stephen McCaskill now on the court for the Coyotes. Into the front side is Mackey, bounce pass right, gives it to Royal, back to Mackey, swing it left side to Box, down to Ross, left corner, up top to Jalen Gore. He fires up a tray and swishes it right through the hole. Jalen Gore's first tray of the ball game. Eagles up 15-11. Quickly across the timeline off the dribble is Christian Richardson, who just checked in to the right wing, uses up the dribble. And now he dribbles again, and he didn't know what he was doing that time. Jalen Gore stuck right with him, and the fans reacting big on that one. He's just shaking his head. He forgot he'd used up that dribble. That's the 4th turnover for Roswell, 2 for the Eagles here in the first quarter. Hobbs by 4 with 3:10 remaining. 2-3 zone for the Coyotes. Bounce pass to Roy on the right wing, was thrown behind him, coming to get it to tie it up, Emiliano Bonilla. And the arrow will go to Roswell, so that will count as an Eagle turnover, their 3rd. Roswell ball on the near sideline of the backcourt. Inbounding is Christian Richardson. Eagles going to match up man-to-man now. Coach Barola is going to get a sub back on the court. One of their starters, Jacon Lackey, has taken a seat. It'll be Bonilla. So Hobbs gets out of the 1-2-2 full court trap. Now going the man-to-man. Of course, the ball's not coming from the baseline anymore. That's why they're adjusting just a bit. New inbounder is McCaskill. Gets it back deep to the baseline to Miramontes, guarded by Royal. Crossover move. Backing into Royal near the timeline. Crossover again for Miramontes. Gets into the front court. They'll back it out to the timeline to set up the O. To the far side. Getting a screen by Ortega. Shot from the top of the arc off the dribble. And a big one there. 3 drilled right through the hole that time for Miramontes. He's got 3 trays. 9 points for him. 15-14. Eagles by 1 in the front court. Pass down to the left corner to Ross. Drives baseline. Has a body thrown into him. I think they're going to call a push-off foul on Ross. Yes, they're going to say he shoved on Miramontes that time. So Ross will pick up his first, 3rd Eagle team foul. That'll be the 4th turnover for Hobbs. 15-14. Eagles by 1. Remember, Miramontes already with 3 trays in the ball game. And he's got 9 of the 14 Roswell points. Right now for the Eagles, 6 for Mora, 4 for Ross, 3 for Gore, and 2 for Mackey. On the baseline, right side is Miramontes. Finally gets it in deep to Estrada. Gets his pass dejected by Royal, and it goes out on the baseline. More subs coming on now for the Eagles. First action of the game, Samad J. Williams coming on. Returning Michael Mackey as well as Ross and Gore take a seat. Eagles staying with that man-to-man pressure here, as Royal will be the man to try to mirror the inbound on the baseline right side corner in the backcourt. Miramontes having some trouble, bounces it in the paint, picked up by Estrada, sails it across the timeline, falling to the floor and rolling, no call. Now they finally get a travel call. Now they're calling the foul on the Eagles. Looked like losing his balance is Christian Richardson, but they're going to say he was pushed to the floor. That's why he rolled over a bit. Called the body foul on the Eagles, and the fans not liking that one. The foul called against Samad J. Williams first, and the 14th foul on the Eagles. 4-1 foul count so far. It'll be Roswell basketball at the time stripe. Inbounding is Miramontes. Throws it ahead, front court, driving the left lane. Estrada goes backdoor right block to Ortega. He tries to spin. They're going to call a hook foul underneath. That'll be against the offense, and that's going to be against the big kid, Anthony Ortega. He's that 6'4" player. That'll be his first, second team foul, and the 5th turnover for the Coyotes. Roswell still sticking with that 2-3 zone now as Mackey will bring it across the timeline. Comes near right. Bounce pass to the free throw line. Back door to Morgan as he throws it down to the left block. Fade away. Jay, a little side hook there for Royal left side and puts it through the hole. Royal's first bucket, 17-14. Eagles by 3. 2:05 left first quarter. Crossover move near the timeline. Still trying to come across the line as Miramontes jumps in the air, sails it over to left wing to McCaskill. Down left corner to Estrada. His three hard off the back of the rim. And jumping in the air for it underneath the hoop on the baseline was Miramontes, but his feet come down on the line and giving it back to the Eagles. Subs coming in, a mass group of them. 4 on the court now for the red and black. 3-point Eagle lead, 17-14 with 1:56 remaining here in the first. Clovis and Carlsbad going at it also tonight in the district action. As the inbound comes into Mackey. Extended 2-3 zone now near half court. High pass to Morgan on the right elbow. Kick right to Williams. Cross court left over to Box. His pass is deflected. Chased down in the right corner for Roswell. Emiliano Bonilla gets it. That's the 5th Eagle turnover. Back deep on the pass to Bonilla. Gets a double team. Throws it across the timeline. Coming down with it is Frazier. Goes back door to the right block and a fadeaway getting rammed hard to the ground. Good head to get underneath the defensive player that time. To get up with the shot was Barola. Able to pull the Hobbs Eagle defender over the top of him. As they get the foul on Morgan. That's Morgan's first personal 15th foul on the Eagles. So Barola, the coach's son, up on the charity stripe. He's shooting 63% this season from the line and nails the first one. Roswell came in with a 62% average from the charity stripe. Barola with his first point of the ball game. Roswell 4 for 5 from the line now so far for 80%. 17-15 the score here in the first quarter, 1:33 remaining. Second shot is up and good as Barola gets them both. 1-point ball game. Here come the Eagles. Mackey across the timeline, dribbling through his legs. Pass over to near side to Williams. Down to Moore on the right corner. Gets a double team. Cross court left. Gore's going to fire up a 3 left side and nothing but net. Jalen Gore with 2 trays. He's got 6 points. Eagles back up by 4, 20-16. 1:10 remaining here in the first. Driving to the right corner, falling to the floor was Toscano. Tries to pass and gets it deflected out of bounds, but it comes off a Roswell Coyote. Eagle basketball. That'll be turnover number 6 for Roswell. 4-point Eagle lead. 1:08 left first. Gore will inbound it to Mackey. Comes across the timeline. Gives it off to Williams, Williams in the right wing. Pass up top to Mackey. Kicks it over to the left to Gore. Down to Moore in the left corner. Turn around, fire an 18-footer. Rainbow jumper off the back of the rim. Chased down in the right corner for Roswell by Lackey, his second rebound. Sends it up the sideline. Stolen at the time stripe by Mackey. That's turnover number 7. Gives it off to Williams in the left elbow, and he thought about shooting it, put his head down, and a red body came over the top of him that time on the foul before he had a chance to throw it up towards the hoop. That's Estrada's first for the Coyotes, 3rd team foul. Hobbs basketball from the right baseline. Williams will put it up top to Gore. Shot from 3-point range, in and out, no good. Chased down by Williams, trying to save it behind his back on that right baseline. Couldn't get a grip on it, and it goes out of bounds. 36 seconds left in the opening quarter. Eagles by 4. Full court pressure defense being applied. Ball's in the hands of the Coyotes, and a crossover move now for Barola into the front court. Continues down the left side of the lane with the cradle, drags the pivot foot as he lost his balance, and a travel in the paint. 8 turnovers now for Roswell. The Eagle basketball once again. Back on the court for Roswell is Jakan Laki. Here comes Mackey across the timeline, gives it off to Gore. Back to Mackey at the time stripe with 20 seconds to Williams on the far side. Cross court right to Gore. Dumps it into Morgan, right elbow. Alley-oops to Moore. He has to tip it to Williams on the baseline to keep it in play. Back to Gore on the right wing. Gore tries to throw it down low and gets it tomahawked right back at him over his head out of bounds on the near sideline. It will be Hobbs basketball. Getting a piece of it that time for the Coyotes, Jeremiah Barola. So Jalen Gore will inbound with 8.7 seconds left as he gets into Mackey at the timeline. Top of the arc off the dribble. Pops a shot from the right elbow. Bounce around the rim, no good. Mora tips it up, can't get it to drop. Goes up again with 2 hands over the iron right side and scores. 8 points and 4 rebounds for Aaron Mora as the Hobbs Eagles go up by 6, their biggest lead of the game at the end of the first, 22-16 over Roswell High. We'll take a 60-second break and come back live on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
Very clear. $30. $15. $5, 3, 2, 1, go.
We enter the second quarter here at Tasker Arena. The Hobbs Eagles leading Roswell 22-16 for the Coyotes. Ivan Miramontes with 3 trays and 9 points to lead them. For your Eagles, Aaron Moore with 8 points and 4 rebounds. 6 for Jalen Gore, 4 for Ronnie Ross, 2 apiece for Mackey and Royal. Eagle basketball to start the second quarter, leading in rebounding 7-5. Pass over to left wing to Jalen Gore. Eagles with 5 turnovers, 8 for Roswell. Over to Mackey, right corner, fadeaway 3 off the right rim, no good. Loose in the paint. Mora goes up with a semi-hook, is fouled going up over the top of the rim. Doesn't drop, but he'll get some free throws out of it. That's his 5th rebound, by the way, that time in the middle of the paint. So the Coyote foul on Jakan Lackey, his first 14th foul against the Coyotes as Mora will step up. Eagles did not get to shoot a free throw in the first quarter. Mora on the season shooting 66%, the team at 65. First shot in and out for Mora. Sub coming on for the Coyotes is Jacob Palomino. Has taken a seat, Josh Estrada. One more shot for Aaron Mora on the line. Try to extend the lead to 7, which would be the biggest of the ball game. Second shot is up, and it's off the front of the rim, no good. Ripped down near the free throw line, getting hit in the head while he brought it down was Ivan Miramontes. So Miramontes gets the rebound and had his head taken off momentarily. That was Ethan Van Landingham with a football blow that time. His first 16th foul on the Eagles. Roswell 1 away from the bonus. Inbound to the far side, connect to Barola. Lost to Cotre Morgan on the steal. That's going to be the night turnover. His pass down the lane's picked off, though, for the 6th Eagle turnover. Ball in the hands of Emiliano Bonilla. He tries to send it down to the right corner, but overthrows Miramontes to the Hobbs Eagle bench on the baseline for the 10th Roswell turnover. We said the Coyotes came into this game averaging 22.9 turnovers a contest. Definitely their undoing, and they had 27 the last time the Eagles played them. Pass down to Mora, front court baseline, gives it to Van Landingham with a little scoop windmill on the right block. Can't get it, goes back up again, gets rejected, chases it down on the right baseline for a second rebound. Backdoor to Mora, lefty layup, no good. Still a battle for it, and Morgan comes down with it. They're going to call the jump. So you got to give a half a rebound to each team. Morgan and Jacob Palomino both had a hand on that one as it came down out of the sky that time. And the arrow's going to go for Roswell. 22-16, Eagles, their biggest lead has been 6 in this game, and it was at the end of the first as well. Nobody's scored yet here in this second quarter. Crossover move near the timeline, getting bumped hard was Miramontes. No calls. Mackey put his shoulder into him, gets a piece of the pass and knocks out of bounds in front of the Taskovich band. It will be Roswell basketball. Just above the half-court line in the front court. Eagles matching up tight on the man-to-man. They'll send it to the far sideline, cross court over the head of Palomino to the scores table. They'll have to bring it back to the near sideline because it didn't touch anybody. A turnover for Roswell. That's their 11th. Eagle basketball at the time stripe. Van Landingham will inbound. Still a 2-3 zone for Roswell's defense. Eagles by 6. Van Landingham gets the inbound right up top to Mackey. Dribbles the left elbow and backs it out off the dribble. Sends it over the left side to Gore. Back to Mackey, almost lost it, gives it to Van Landingham right wing to the free throw line to Morgan, but overthrows him, taken away by Josh Estrada. Eagles 7 turnover. They find Palomino left wing. Dribbles up top, kicks it over the right side to Estrada with the crossover. Top of the circle, spins right to the elbow, jump stop in the free throw area. Over the right wing to Palomino. He spins, kicks it back deep to Estrada on the far side. Crossover move to the right. Back to the right wing to Barola, or correction, make that Palomino. Bounces it to the right corner, fumbling the ball as Estrada, taken away by Van Landingham for the 12th Roswell turnover. No-look pass down the left baseline, shot from 10 feet from Mackey and swishes it through. Mackey now with 4 points, 24-16. The Eagles' biggest lead now is 8 here in the second quarter. 5:59 remaining. Near the timeline is Miramontes, throws a high one to the right wing to Estrada, drives right base. Guarded by Mackey, and Van Landingham with the double team. Got hit in the eye as he punched the ball to the baseline. He's probably going to have to come out after that one. Looked like the Roswell dribbler there just kind of threw his hand back and jammed Van Landingham right in the face. It looks like we had a foul call, too. They called a foul on the Eagles that time. That Van Landingham got the hand right in the face and picks up his second personal in the 17th foul, which makes it even worse because now Roswell's got a 1-on-1 bonus. And that's going to send Josh Estrada to the line. Roswell almost perfect from the charity stripe, 5 of 6 from the line. They trail by 8. Miramontes yet to shoot this is Estrada. Hobbs fans are finally realizing they called a foul on that, although Van Landingham got poked right in the eye. First free throw is up off the back of the rim, no good. Chased down on the right elbow, pulled down by Toscano, his first rebound. Actually, that was big kid Anthony Ortega. Pass up top, backing into his defender, and then unloading the pass is Miramontes up top to Palomino. Stop and go to the left elbow. Down to the left corner to Miramontes. Fadeaway 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Mora goes up with one hand and rips it down. He has to chase it, though, as it came off his fingertips. His 6th rebound. 24-16, Eagles by 8, 5:25 remaining here in the second. Pass over to left wing to Williams. Cross court right to Mackey. Fakes a 3, drives baseline, throws it into Mora underneath, throws up a shot, a hook, and it over the front of the rim and good. It bounces around a few times, and Mora now with 10 points. 26-16, Eagles by 10. Bounce pass across the timeline, near side to Barola. Fires up a 3 off the side of the iron, no good. Underneath the hoop is Mackey for his first rebound. Ahead to Mora, one-on-one, goes to the rack, was going to try to dunk. And then at the last second, somebody hits him in the back of the head, tries a finger roll, comes off the rim, but he will get 2 free throws out of it. You definitely could see he wanted to dunk on that one. Official making sure nobody's going to get a little extracurricular after that play. Pretty hard foul on his head that time. And they'll get the foul on Barola. That's his second, 15th foul on the Coyotes. So Mora's up the line. He was 0 for 2 earlier in this second quarter, trying to extend on the 10-point lead for the Eagles. 26-16. Mora's first free throw has a lot of reverse spin and comes off the rim and heads back towards him. No good on the first. So Mora having some issues, 0 for 3 from the line here in the second quarter. Coach Barola going to go to his bench, bring in Emiliano Bonilla and also Stephen McCaskill. Remember, these two teams got in a little bit of a brawl last time they played, and fortunately Tyler Box had to set out a game after that when a couple Roswell players did too. Second free throw, bats around the rim and good for Mora. He's got 11 points. It's now 27-16. Biggest lead now 11 for the Eagles here in the second. On the baseline with the dribble is Palomino. Throws it across the timeline and out of bounds on the far side and for the scores table. So that'll be another Roswell turnover. Is trying to track it down but couldn't get a hold of it. Bonilla. That's going to be 13 turnovers for Roswell. Eagles up by 11. 4:50 left here in the first half. The inbound to the backcourt to Jalen Gore, taking his time across the time stripe against that extended 2-3. Gets the screen from Mora, double team. Cross court right to Mackey, right corner, down low. Going up strong as Morgan through 2 defenders, got sandwiched, still tries to throw it through him, and his foul. Ball came off the back of the rim. So that'll give a chance for 2 free throws for Contre Morgan. And they'll get that one against Ortega, his second, 16th foul against the Coyotes. Morgan on the season from the charity stripe, shooting 53%. Eagles right now are 1 for 4 for 25% tonight. All those free throw attempts for Mora. So Morgan trying to get himself on the scoreboard. First shot is up, and it's a swish. 28-16, extending the lead to 12, the biggest of the ball game for the Eagles. Boy, Coach Barola continues to put subs in there. Back on the court is Miramontes and Christian Richardson as we wait for the second free throw. 12-point Hobbs Eagle lead. Second shot for Morgan. Off the front of the rim, no good. We got a whistle underneath. Looks like a push foul on the rebounds. And Roswell's starting to run the other direction, so it's going to be against the Eagles. Underneath the hoop with the push, they're going to call that against Samaje Williams, his second 18th foul. That will be a bonus again for the Coyotes to head to the other end. Scores table buzzing, trying to get the referee's attention here. I'm not sure what that's all about. See what they're going to put on the line. That'll be Ivan Miramontes, yet to shoot a free throw. Does have 3 trays, though, for 9 points. Roswell 5 of 7 from the charity stripe. First shot is up and good for Miramontes. Now in double digits, he's got 10 points to lead the Coyotes. Nobody close to him. The highest underneath him, Barola and Bonilla, both with 2 apiece. 28-17. Second shot is up, and it is good. As Miramontes gets both of them, he has 11 points. 10-point game now into the front court. Mackey top of the circle, over to Williams, has to chase it back at the scores table. Back to the timeline to Mackey to Gore on the right wing. Cross court left to Williams, trying to move the zone. Slings it up top to Mackey, over to Jalen Gore, fires up a 3 right side, and yep, there's the threads and the ball going through it. Jalen Gore has 3 trays and 9 points. All 3 of the Eagles' trays, 31-18. Biggest lead now in the game is 13 for the Eagles. Getting the ball across the timeline is Barola. Sends it to the right wing. Wide open 3 shot for Miramontes off the back of the rim. Morgan pulls it down the right block. His first rebound. Up ahead to Mackey. Leads and shoots over the side of the rim and puts it through and the foul. Mackey down with his 6th point of the ball game and a chance to make it a 3-point play as they count the bucket. 33-18, 15-point lead, the biggest of the ball game. And they get Miramontes on his first 17 fouls. So both teams will be in the bonus the rest of this first half. And some subs, Box coming in as well as Royal. Morgan and Williams take a seat. Coming down for Roswell is Jacan Lackey. As he comes in for the other big kid, Anthony Ortega. So a 6'4" coming in for a 6'4". Mackey on the line for this 3-point play potential. His first free throw of the night. Shot is up, and it's a swish for Mackey. He's got 7 points, 34-18. Biggest lead now, 16 for the Eagles. He'll take a breather as Ronnie Ross comes in for Hobbs. 34-18. Eagles' biggest lead of the game. 4:01 remaining, second quarter. On the baseline, looking for help is Richardson. Gets it in, but it's loose. Royal's going to dive on the floor. Tries to roll over the top of the Roswell player underneath him, which was Jacob Palomino. They call the jump ball. So that will count as a turnover for Roswell. They're 14th of the ball game. Nice hustle there for Royal. Box on the right baseline to inbound underneath the Eagle hoop. Goes backdoor to Moore, leans and shoots, misses, gets tipped to the free throw line and chased down for Ross for the Eagles, his second rebound. Over to left wing to Box, and Rainbow 3 on the way off the front of the rim, no good. Ross going up with it on the right block. No, he passes up top instead to Gore. His 3 hits hard off the rim and goes high in the air and brought down on the free throw line right by Barola. They're bringing it across the timeline and slow it up. That was his second rebound, top of the circle. 3:33 left in the half, Eagles by 16. To the right wing, crossover, free throw line, down the lane, hippity hop, reverse layup left, it's no good, off the iron. Pulled down by Mora, his 7th rebound. Up ahead to Box, right side, layup and scores. He's one of the best transition players Eagles have when he goes to get that ball and lays it in. Box now with 2 points, 36-18. The Eagles doubling up on Roswell and driving to the right corner and a whistle. As getting a hold of the pass was Palomino, and they called the push foul on Hobbs. Looks like Ross might have got a piece of him. No, they're calling that on Roswell instead, offensive push-off. That's going to be Jacob Palomino's first 18 foul, not a shooting situation, being an offensive foul. Inbound to Gore with 3:10 left in the half as he brings it across against the 2-3 zone. Crossover to Box in the left wing, drives baseline, double clutch is rejected at the last second in the lane by Lackey. Kind of flicks it with the side hand that time, and it goes out on the right baseline, Eagle ball. Box will be the inbound man on the right baseline, underneath the Eagle hoop. Back deep to Gore after a double screen, fadeaway 3, and swishes it home for the Eagles. Jalen Gore with 4 trays and 12 points, 39-18. Eagles starting to extend this one by 21. Long ball to the other end, a big scoop shot on the right side and putting it in as it dribbles around the rim. Palomino with his first points. Hobbs not taking any time, going to the rack with it, missing the layup is Royal. Gets his rebound underneath the hoop. We got a foul underneath as Royal is getting shoved out of bounds on the baseline, way underneath the hoop that time. That was his first rebound. I don't think they're going to say he was in the shooting motion, though, as they'll call the foul on Roswell's Christian Richardson, his first 19th foul, so Royal will get a one-on-one bonus. Royal's been out about 3 games due to illness, but he'll get a chance for free throws here, at least a one-on-one. Royal shooting 45% from the line so far this season. First shot is up, and it is out, no good. Underneath the hoop on the left block for the rebound is Bonilla. Outlet to the far side, hard dribble to the time strike to McCaskill. Passes it to the free throw line, and the ball gets knocked out of the hands of the dribbler who got knocked to the floor, Christian Richardson. And they're going to say Hobbs Eagle put a hip on him to knock him down and lost the ball as he tried to come down the lane. That will be the 19th foul on the Eagles as they charge that one to Darius Royal, his first. And that'll be Christian Richardson's turn to step up. Has yet to score or shoot a free throw in this ball game. His team down by 19. First shot's up and swish for Richardson. Roswell 8 of 10 from the line for 80%. And the Hobbs Eagles just 3 of 8 from the charity stripe. So they got to get some catching up here. Second free throw hard off the back of the rim, and coming up with it is Ronnie Ross. Gets shoved between 2 Roswell defenders underneath the hoop that time. That's the 4th rebound for Ronnie, and he'll get a trip to the other end for a bonus. He'll get the foul on Richardson, his second, 10th team foul. So the Eagles down the double bonus, the remaining 2:27 of this second quarter. So Ross will step up, yet to shoot a free throw in the game. Shooting 62% on the season from the charity stripe. Ross with 4 points. Again, Eagles just 3 of 8 from the line. First shot's up and swish for Ross. He's got 5. Doubling up now on Roswell, 40-20 here at Tasker Arena. A lot of liberal subbing patterns for Roswell. Another one comes on the court. That's Stephen McCaskill. Ross takes a couple of dribbles, shots up, bounces around the rim. It's no good. Underneath the hoop for the rebound, Bonilla, his second. Outlet far side. Crossover move with the dribble from Miramontes. Gets across against Royal on the left wing front court. Spins out of the dribble and comes up top. Crossover to his left hand, dribbled off the foot of Royal, who gets on the floor for it. And get a timeout on the baseline, and great call by Coach Reeves as Royal kind of fell on the floor and was sliding a little bit. He did not want to have the turnover, so Reeves calls the timeout. But still, that goes down as a steal for Royal. That's the 15th turnover for the Coyotes, and it'll be Eagle basketball. 30-second break, and we're back live. It's 40-21 on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
Here, Claire. $15. 10. 5. 3, 2, 1, go.
Eagles up by 19 here at Tasker Arena, 40-21 over Roswell. Great timeout called by Coach Reeves on the baseline as stealing it was Darius Royal, slid to the floor and did not want a travel called, so he stops the action. Ball gets into Ronnie Ross, free throw line, fades down the lane, finds Box right baseline, goes to the rack, high off the glass and scores right side. Box now at 4 points, 42-21. Eagles matching their biggest lead at 21. A double over the Coyotes. A strip by Box at the timeline, but they're going to say a reach around as Jacob Palomino tried to dribble up the near side. They'll get Box on his second, 10th team foul. Double bonus now for Roswell. So, going to be a double shot here for Jacob Palomino, yet to shoot a free throw. He has 2 points. First shot is up and a swish for Palomino with 3 points. They've had 12 free throw opportunities here in the first half and have made 9 of them for 75%. 42-22. 20-point Eagle lead with 1:54 left, second quarter. Mackey, Royal, Gore, Mora, and Ross on the court. Second shot is off the front of the rim as it rolls around, no good. Chased down by Jalen Gore, his second rebound. Sends it in to Mackey, right base. Back to Gore, top of the circle. Backs it out on the near side as he picks up some man-to-man pressure now by McCaskill. To the right elbow, backdoor to Mora, underneath the hoop with the left hand, off the back of the rim, no good. Taken down by Morgan, throws up a half sky shot. Missed, but put back up and in by Mora over the front of the rim with a point-blank shot over the iron and puts it through. That's the 8th rebound for Mora, and he's got 13 points. And the Eagles call the timeout. 44-22 your score. We'll take another 30-second break live at Task Arena. Hobbs Eagle Hoops on the Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
Air clear. $15. $5. 3, 2, 1, go.
During the timeout, Coach Reeves having an animated discussion with all three referees at midcourt. I'm not sure what he was lit up about, but he was not a happy camper, was pointing hard towards the Roswell baseline during that timeout. As we get back to live action with here deep in the second quarter, Eagles up by 22, 44-22 your score. 1:29 remaining before the half. Roswell basketball on the right baseline in their backcourt. A one-hand inbound gets deflected off the hands of Royal, sails out to the far sideline on the right side of the court. Roswell ball once again. So far the Coyotes with 15 turnovers, just 7 for the Eagles. Roswell averaging close to 23 turnovers a ball game, so they're not looking too good as they get towards the half. The inbound on the far side is Bonilla, drives into pressure, gets it to the free throw line to McCaskill, dumps it left corner to Lackey for 3, off the side of the rim, no good. There's more on the right block for his 9th rebound. Outlet to Gore at the timeline. Back door to Morgan. He tries to go to the left to right through the lane over to Royal, but throws it out of bounds. That'll be the Eagles' 8th turnover. And back on the court for Roswell is Anthony Ortega. The 6'4" players switching from each other, and that was Lackey taking a seat. Roswell now has on the left baseline. Underhand throw-in comes into Bonilla as he comes towards the baseline, tied up on the way by Morgan for the jump ball, but it'll still be Roswell possession. 22-point Eagle lead. That's the biggest of the ball game so far. Back to the left baseline for the Coyotes in their backcourt. Miramontes to inbound. Sends it to the lane to Estrada. Drives the far side. Royal and Gore at the double team. Cross court left with a pass to Miramontes. They'll dribble across uncontested. Now picked up by Royal. Left wing. Spins. Comes back. Top of the arc. To the right side circle. Slides his pivot foot. No call. Pivots. Hands it off on the right wing to Bonilla. Up top to Miramontes. Fires up a 3 off the front of the rim. Chased down by Royal on the near sideline. His second rebound. He'll dribble up front court, slows it down, and kick up top to Gore. NBA 3 on the way, and swishes it through. Jalen Gore with 5 trays in the ball game and 15 points, 47-22. Eagles, their biggest lead is 25. Here come the Coyotes in the front court, near sideline. A touch pass is dejected from off Estrada and picked up on the near side by Miramontes. Up top to Bonilla. He'll drive the right block, fadeaway J, high one, air ball. Jalen Gore tries to rebound, comes off his fingertips, going over the top of Miramontes, out of bounds in the baseline. Roswell basketball left base with 25 seconds left here in the first half. Eagles by 25, their biggest lead of the game. Inbounding on the left base is Miramontes, gets it in right corner. Jump stop. Pass from McCaskill down low, going up high with it. Off the back of the rim is the big kid, Ortega, and then a rebound. It looks like it's Morgan and Ortega battling for it, and they had to come in there with some extracurricular whistles because a little bit physical underneath. Jump ball, and that'll be Eagle basketball. So Hobbs ball now on the arrow. Morgan had an initial possession of that one, so that will be his 3rd rebound. Eagle basketball with 11 seconds as Gore comes across, gets a screen from Morgan. Put to Mackey at the left wing. Back to Gore, all thrown right into traffic. He's able to pick it up, fire a pass down low to Mora over the further rim right before the buzzer. Instead of shooting the tray, a beautiful assist down the lane to Mora. So the Hobbs Eagles, thanks to 15 points from Mora and 15 for Jalen Gore, have their biggest lead of the half, 49-22 by 27 over Roswell. We'll come back in 3 minutes live on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
You're clear. Two minutes. One minute. $30. $15. Five, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's 49-22 here at the half at Task Arena. The Eagles leading Roswell. It's the game number 4 of the district schedule. Eagles at 3-0, Roswell at 0-3. Let's look at the numbers of the first half of action. There's one double-digit score so far for Roswell. That's Ivan Miramontes. In fact, the last time these two teams played, he was also in double digits with 12 points. He's already got 11 in this game. He had 3 trays in the first quarter and a couple of free throws, 2 for 2 and 1 rebound. Big drop-off after that, though. Nobody get even close to 11 points. It's Jacob Palomino with 3. He's 1 of 2 on the line. A couple of guys with 2 apiece. Jeremiah Barola was 2 for 2 on the charity stripe with 2 rebounds. Emiliano Bonilla, 2 for 2 on the line for 2 points and 2 boards. Josh Estrada has 2 points on 1 bucket and 2 rebounds. Jake Lackey is 1 for 2 on the line for 1 point and 2 boards. And Christian Richardson, 1 of 2 on the line for 1 point. So far, 7 scores for Roswell. They're 9 of 13 from the charity stripe for 69%, and they've hit 3 trays, all coming from Miramontes. 11 rebounds in the first half. A slew of guys with 2 apiece, Estrada, Barola, Bonilla, and Lackey. And 15 turnovers in the first half for Roswell. For your Hobbs Eagles, 2 players tied with 15. Jalen Gore, all 5 of his shots have been trays. He is perfect so far with 15 points. Aaron Mora has 15 points as well. He had a ton of free throw opportunities. He was 1 for 4 from the line and also 9 rebounds. So already working on a double-double, 1 more board, and Mora will have one of those. 5 for Ronnie Ross. He's 1 for 2 on the line with 4 rebounds. Michael Mackey was 7 points. And most of those coming in the second quarter where he had 5 of those points. 1 for 1 on the charity stripe and the rebound for him. Tyler Box finished the first half with 4 points. Darius Royal hit a bucket for 2 points, also had 2 rebounds. And Katre Morgan was 1 of 2 from the line for 1 point and 3 boards. Eagles have had a total of 7 scores in the first half. Free throw shooting not looking too good at this point, just 40%, 4 of 10 on the line. They've had 5 3-pointers, all those coming at the hands of Jalen Gore. And Hobbs with just 8 turnovers compared again to 15 for Roswell. Hobbs has out-rebounded the Coyotes 23-11 thanks to those 9 boards from Mora, 4 for Ross and 3 for Morgan. Eagles were up by just 6 at the end of the first quarter, 22-16, and then outscored Roswell 27-6 in the second for the 27-point lead at the half. Again, your score, Hobbs 49, Roswell 22. We'll take another 3-minute break and come back live on the Hobbs Eagle Halftime Show.
You're clear. You said 3 minutes, Ty?
Yes, please.
Okay, just making sure. Two minutes. One minute. $30. $15. $5. 3, 2, 1, go.
Getting ready for the third quarter here at Tasker Arena. Hobbs up 49-22 over Roswell. And kind of a surprising score coming in tonight. Clovis and Carlsbad going at it. Right now, Clovis is upsetting Carlsbad 30-26 in the third quarter. Of course, Clovis was just a record of 4-19, and Carlsbad at 19-4. Of course, the Eagles beat them by 5 on Friday night, but boy, that'd be a nice upset there for Clovis as they continue on in that one. Very low-scoring game in the third quarter, 30-26 once again in favor of Clovis. Also, the Hobbs Lady Eagles are winning big. I believe the last score I had was 31-6. I believe that was the halftime score. In case you weren't with us earlier tonight, Hobbs JV winning over Roswell 70-57. Roswell basketball to start the third quarter. Deep inbound to the backcourt to Estrada. He'll come across after getting a screen from Barola. Pass up top to Barola. Dribbles and spins at the free throw line. Fade shot down the middle of the lane and puts it over the hole for 2. That's 4 points now for Barola, 49-24. Eagles by 25. In the front court, Gore on the left wing. Cross court right to Van Landingham. Jump stop at the perimeter. Up top to Gore. Fade to the free throw line, turns and fires a shot, bounce around the rim, the glass, and good for Gore. Gore now with 17 points to lead the Eagles, 51-24. Hobbs' biggest lead still 27. 3 from the right side for Roswell by Miramontes, no good. Rebound by Morgan on the left block. He's got his 4th board. Throws it down the lane to Mora, who lays it in with 2 hands right side. Aaron Mora now with 17, 53-24 Eagles. Up by 29, that's their biggest lead of the game. Ball comes across the timeline to the left wing to Barola. Kicks it down left corner. Shot on the way. 3-pointer is off the mark from Bonilla off the rim. Pulled down by Gore on the left block. He's going to take the dribble himself after his 3rd rebound. Down to Moore in the lane. Sidewinder hook in the middle of the paint and puts it through again over the front of the rim. Gore now with back-to-back buckets. He's got 19. It's 55-24. A 31-point lead. This could go to Mercer very quickly at 35. Into the front court. Spinning on the left wing is Barola. Tied up by Mackey, and we got a jump ball. It'll be Hobbs basketball on the arrow. That will be a turnover as well for Roswell. That'll be their 16th of the ball game. 31-point Eagle lead, just 4 away from the Mercy 35 with the running clock. Inbound to the backcourt to Gore from Mackey. Sends it to Moore at the free throw line. Turns and fires. The defense backed away from him. He makes him pay for it right through the hole. Moore with 6 points here in the third quarter and 21 overall. Eagles by 33, 57-24. Couple of passes and coming hard with the dribble. Bonilla kicks it down right corner to Estrada. 3's off the mark. Long rebound, far sideline for Mackey, his 2nd. Up ahead to Van Landingham. Tries to scoop and gets the defender over his back on the left block as he leans to the hole. And a foul on Roswell. It came off the iron, though. That will give Van Landingham 2 free throws. And the foul's going to be called against Jeremiah Barola. That's his 3rd. As Van Landingham will get a chance to get on the scoreboard. He'll get 2 free throws, shooting 66% this season from the arc, or from the free throw line, and nails it. His first point of the ball game. Eagles now 5 of 11 from the charity stripe. They were 40% at the half, so that will improve that. As Van Landingham gets in the books, 58-24. He's going to make this a mercy roll if he can get this free throw. Second shot is up, and it's a switch. He got them both. 2 points now for Ethan Van Landingham. We're at the mercy roll, 35. 6:15 remaining, and the clock should be running right now, but they stopped it for some reason. Sure, I don't know if they're contemplating whether Hobbs is going to continue to rack up this game and get it in the books. Half-court inbound, taken away by Mackey. He'll go to the rack, try to dunk it with one hand, but the ball comes off the iron. Chased down in the left corner by Royal. He comes up with a scoop shot left and rolls around the rim and good. Royal now with 3 rebounds and 4 points. That was another turnover for Roswell. They're 17th of the ball game, 60-24. Quickly down to the other end. Shot from the right elbow, air ball for Estrada, taken down by Jalen Gore, his 4th board. Pass to Mackey, right corner, fade away, 3, it's good. Mackey now with 10 points, 63-24. Eagles got their biggest lead of 39. They've got a total of 6 3-pointers in the game, and that's 64-24, so up by 40. Roswell gets a sling pass down to the left corner, shot on the way for 3, in and out, no good. And a rebound for Mackey, who gets bited into from behind as he tries to dribble top of the arc of the backcourt, and the pass sails out to the near sideline, out of bounds. I don't know if they're going to call that a foul or not. Nope, give it to Roswell. That will be an Eagle turnover, their 9th. Hobbs up by 40. We have a running clock now with 5:05 left in the third. At the half line is Miramontes. One hands it to the backcourt, picked up by Barola. Drives hard to the top of the arc and kind of ducked and head into Jalen Gore. I think they're going to call the offensive foul. Yes, they did. They're going to say the shoulder came down for Barola. So that'll be his 4th personal, 2nd team foul against the Coyotes. Clock at 4:40 with the ticking clock with the mercy rule. Eagles will have it on the near sideline of the backcourt. Mackey inbound to Jalen. Gore's going to bring it across against a 2-3 extended zone. Kicks it down to Royal on the left block. He pivots against a double team. Up top to Gore. NBA 3 on the way. Fadeaway rainbow off the back of the rim. And take it down the right block for the Coyotes by Miramontes, his 2nd. Boy, chasing him down is Royal. Tried to steal it and then threw it off the leg of the Coyote. I'm going to say it, I guess it hit the sideline first, so almost a steal there. Good pressure there for Darius Royal coming back after a 3-game exit due to illness. Ball in the hands of Miramontes near side. Cross court left. Trying to get to Palomino, and he gets bodied into on the far sideline. Trying to come back to the basketball. Actually, that was new sub Rylan Saraceno. As I call the foul on Mackey, his first team foul on the Eagles here in the 3rd quarter. Roswell basketball far sideline in the backcourt. Inbounding is Richardson. Gets it in right behind the time stripe to Saraceno. Back to Richardson. Kickoff to the right wing to Bonilla. Drives baseline right. Back to the right corner to Richardson. Tries to flick it to the free throw line. Taken away by Royal. Boy, he's getting some hands on every ball. That's going to be another turnover. They're 18. Ball comes down the lane, and Moore going up big over the front of the rim and scores, and a foul. So Moore now with 23 points to lead the Eagles. And a chance for another point on the board with the 3-point play. They'll get that one against McCaskill, his first 3rd team foul against the Coyotes. It's now a 42-point lead, the biggest of the ball game for the Eagles. Moore on the line so far is 1 of 4 from the charity stripe. Now he's getting ready to make a 24 in the books if he can put this free throw through. Bounces around the rim and good. 24 for Mora. Eagles up by 43, their biggest lead, 67-24. Bonilla throws it across the timeline, near side to Saraceno. Back down the lane to Bonilla, misses the reverse layup right side, rebound by Moore. He's got a double-double now. Pass to the left wing to Ross for 3 out the front of the rim. Chased down by Box, trying to save it, and tips it. I guess they said he stepped to the baseline first. And so will be Roswell basketball. So Moore now with a double-double, 24 points and 10 rebounds for the Eagles, and a 43-point Hobbs lead. 1-2-2, full court pressure trap now for the Eagles. Pass from the near sideline from Saraceno over to Barola. Or actually, that's not Barola, that's Richardson. Dumps it top of the arc, ricochet to Bonilla. Thought about a 3, drives the right baseline, reverse slap, and swatted by Aaron Mora. He tried to flick it up towards the rim, and Mora sends it almost through the exit door on the baseline right. Roswell will get it back. Underneath their hoop, trailing by 43. Zing it down to the left corner. They have to save it. That's barely getting hands on a Bonilla. Kicks it up top. 3 on the way for Richardson. Hard one off the back of the rim on the tray. Ball's knocked out of the baseline. Last touch by Samad J. Williams. He was battling with Zai Carrasco on that right baseline. Went out of bounds. So it'll be Roswell ball with 1:20. Boy, this 3rd quarter has gone by quickly. Jalen Gore gets a nice round of applause. Taking a break as Ross will step in for him. Trying to get it in back door, but errant throw on the middle of the paint there. Gets tipped out by Mora, and it'll be Roswell basketball on the left baseline with 1 minute left here in the 3rd. Also sub coming in for the Eagles, Gilberto Miranda. Inbounding left baseline is McCaskill. High one into the right elbow. Kick out right for 3 now for Saraceno. Hard off the rim. Rebound Ross. He'll check it ahead to Mora. 1-2 and up on the layup. Thought he might dunk, but he decides to lay it in instead. And that'll be 26 now for Mora. 69-24 steal for the Eagles. Shot from the left wing for Box. Off the back of the rim. Pulled down by Ross on the left block. So Ross now with 5 rebounds. Slings it up top to Williams with 28 seconds left here in the 3rd. Tries to get it to Box on the right block, overthrows him, a ricochet, and taken away by the Coyotes. That's the Eagles' turnover. That'll be number 10. Ball in the hands down the near side for the Coyotes. That's Richardson. Throws a long one down court, picked off by Mora. Another turnover for Roswell. We got a whistle at half court. 20 turnovers for the Coyotes. Clock down to 4. They're just going to let it run out here. They call the foul on Roswell. That'll be charged to McCaskill, his second, 14th foul. But the clock does not stop because of the mercy rule. We run out of time here in the third quarter. Your score, Hobbs 69, Roswell 24. We're back at 60 on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
Kirkler. $30. $15. $5. 3, 2, 1, go.
We start a very quick fourth quarter here. Mercy rule going on, 69-24. Hobbs over Roswell. And dribbling out of bounds on the near sideline after some tough pressure for the Eagles by Samad J. Williams. And going out of bounds for Roswell, that was Josh Estrada for another turnover. That's their 21st of the ball game. Eagle basketball at the time stripe, leading by 45 here in a mercy roll. Clock running. Inbound to box. 2-3 zone, but Morgan hits him right in the numbers and comes off his chest, taken away for the Coyotes by Toscano. He tries to go to the rack left side, lost the ball over the front of the rim, put back up over the front of the iron by Barola. He's got 6 points and 3 rebounds. 69-26. Eagles not taking any time getting the ball up the court. Box tries to get it down low to Moore, gets it back up top, over to left side to Williams, bounce pass to Moore in the left corner, double team. Cross court right to a three from Miranda off the back of the rim. In the middle of the paint for the board for Roswell is Lackey, his third. Outlet near side to Montes, cross court left to McCaskill. Stop and go, dribble to the left wing, jump stop. Actually, that's Barola. He lost the ball. His box gets a piece of it. Another turnover, number 22. Up ahead to Morgan to make it Ross down the lane. A little scoop over the front of the rim, no good. And pulled down in the right corner for the Coyotes by Miramontes, his third. He'll take the dribble himself. Up by 43, or down by 43 of the Eagles. Slowing it down at the time stripe. Trying to set up some offense. Waiting for a screen to come up top from Toscano. Dribbles behind his back to the right wing. Kick up top to Toscano. Swing it left side, driving to the right elbow. Here's Bonilla. Pass to the right wing, 3 fade for Miramontes, and he puts it through the hole. He's got 4 trays in the game, 14 points, 69-29. Eagles by 40. Long ball to box at the other end, misses the righty layup. Mora tries to tip it up, is rejected after his 11th rebound, and chased down for the Coyotes going to the other end on the transition. Toscano hands off in the paint to Lackey. He goes up with a spin, misses the shot, gets his own rebound on the right glass, and tips it up and in. Lackey with 3 points and 4 rebounds, 69-31. Eagles by 38 in the front court. It's Miranda down the right corner. There's Ross for a tray right through the threads. Ronnie Ross got his first tray of the game, 8 points for him, 72-31. Eagles get a steal in the lane. That's Miranda trying to get up through 2 defenders and is bodied up. Ball went straight up in the air, but he'll get 2 free throws. So Roswell picking up their 23rd turnover as they get the foul there on Miramontes, his second, 15th foul. Gilberto Miranda on the line. He is 100% on the season from the charity stripe. First free throws up and good. Miranda was 2 for 2, now make it 3 for 3 after he makes that one. First point of the ball game for Gilberto coming off the bench. 5:42 remaining. Clock is stopped due to a 2-shot foul. Eagles up 73-31. 42-point lead. Second shot hard off the back of the rim. Ball tipped out and pulled down in the left corner by Miramontes, his 4th rebound. Lost the ball, though, is taken by Williams. Down the lane, 2. Mr. Moore with a big-time jam. Thunder jam over the front of the rim. Tomahawk counted. Moore with 28. That was another turnover for Roswell, 2:24 in the game. At the other end, a 3 on the way, left corner, and a swish for Miramontes. He's got 5 trays, 73-34. Eagles on the left wing, shot for Jalen Gore, left corner. He puts a 3 through as well. Gore has a total of 6 trays in the game with 20 points, and it's 76-24, 42-point lead. High pass across the timeline, pulled down far side by Miramontes, under 5 minutes remaining. Eagles by 44. Bounce pass to the right wing to Estrada, drives base. Shot from the right block is rejected by Ross. Sent up ahead to a breaking Miranda. He's got a reverse layup on the right side. He's got 3 points after a bucket there. 78-34. Eagles by 44. A three at the other end, left side. Miramontes at the back of the rim. Rebound up top by Lackey, his fifth. To the left baseline. Fadeaway shot from the left block is rejected by Barola, or he's shot by Barola. Miranda gets a block and sends ahead to Jalen Gore on the left wing for three out the front of the rim, no good. And a rebound for Roswell at the free throw line. In transition after the rebound, Barola sends it to the right corner to Estrada. His fadeaway three is good. He's got 5 points. We got a track meet going here. 78-37. They throw it down low to Mora coming down the lane. He hands it in for 2. So Mora now with 30 points. Boy, trying to keep up with this scoreboard. Unbelievable. 82-37. And we got the ball out of bounds. A long pass from Roswell goes out. And that'll be another turnover there, 25th of the ball game. A lot of subs coming in with Eagles up by 45, their biggest lead of the contest. 82-37. Box on the court, Jalen Gore, Mackey, Williams, and Miranda. Ball in the hands of Gore as he comes across right wing, back deep to Williams, over to Box left side. Trying to move the zone, 1-2-2. Drives the middle of the lane. Underhands it over to rights to Gore, fakes a three. He'll back it out, dribbling through his legs with 3.5 remaining. One hands over to Miranda, right wing. Back to Gore, fakes a three at the half court. Now to the top of the arc of the tray, off the back of the rim. Rebound by Williams at the left elbow, his first. Dribbles out of traffic towards the timeline. He wants to have a reset. Good patience on there for Williams. Over to Box on the right wing. Back to Williams near the timeline. Swing left to Gore with a jab step. Back door to Box, wide open, goes up, double clutch off the right side, no good. Tipped up by Mackey, can't get the drop over the rim. Put up again by Miranda, he can't get it to drop over the front of the iron again, and now a rebound for Mackey underneath. He got shoved underneath the hoop. That's his 5th rebound. That'll stop the clock for a 2-shot foul. As they call the foul on the Coyotes. That will be the 16th foul on Roswell, as Mackey will get 2. He's 1 for 1 on the charity stripe. First shot is up and good. 11 points for Mackey, 83-37. 46-point lead, the biggest of the ball game. Trying to see who they got that foul against. Looks like that'll be, oh, they subbed somebody out here, and I believe that's who they fouled. Josh Estrada leaves the game. Free throw up and good for Mackey. Got them both. He's got 12 points. 84-37. 47-point ball game, the biggest of the game for the Hobbs. Steal on the inbound, Miranda the near side, but he throws it right back to Roswell, so both teams trading turnovers. Pass up to the right baseline, front court for Roswell. Ortega comes down the lane. Sidewinder hook, no good, goes back up, can't get it to go. Another rebound, he's fouled on the left side of the glass. Just kind of keeps shot putting it towards the rim. And they get the foul on the Eagles. A couple of rebounds there for the big kid, Ortega, who is 6'4". Third foul on the Eagles, Samaje Williams, and the second on the team. So that'll put Ortega up on the stripe. Ortega has not shot a free throw this season. This will be his first. First shot is up, and it is off the front of the rim. Clinked hard and came off. So he's yet to score in this ball game. 0 for 1 on the line. Jalen Gore will take a breather. I believe Darius Royal has just checked back for Hobbs. Ortega getting one more shot here, and he's still not in the scorebook. Misses out the back of the rim. Box with his second rebound. Throws it ahead to Miranda. Dribbles to the near side. Spins out of traffic. And passes up the sideline to Mackey. No look pass to Royal. Left elbow. Fires up a Rainbow J. Hard at the back of the rim. Crash on the boards for Box. Fade away on the right block. Air ball. And it goes out of bounds on the right baseline to Roswell. That's the third rebound for Box. Clock down to 1:55 on the mercy rule. Eagles trying to make it a 4-0 record here in the district. Right baseline inbound of the backcourt. In the lane, in the backcourt to Barola. Lost the ball, right to Miranda. Backdoor to Box, and he lays it on the right side. Box with 6 points. That's a 27 turnover for Roswell. 49-point game. Layup on the right side, missed by Ortega. Picked up by Royal, his 4th board. Bad pass to the timeline and laid up on the right side, missed by Bonilla. Put back up on the left block, missed again, and then laid up on the right side by Toscano. He's got his first bucket and 3 rebounds, 86-39. Eagles still up big, 47 points. Coming down the lane is Mackey through 2 defenders, and they're going to call the body foul. I'm going to see if this is going to be a shooting foul or not. Stop the clock with 1:02 remaining, and that'll put Mackey on the line. No, they're going to call it on the floor. So that'll be Roswell's 7th team foul. That should be a bonus anyway. And that'll be the foul charge to Stephen Frazier, his first. So 1-on-1 bonus, couple of subs will return for Roswell getting their last time in the game. They will run the clock down because it is just a 1-and-1 bonus instead of a 2-shot foul. Mackey keeps clapping his hands. He doesn't want the clock to run out before he has a chance to add some points to his board. He's got 12 so far. He's perfect on the line, 3 for 3. And, of course, Mackey coming in the game at 74%. Shots off the front of the rim, though. Pulled down on the right elbow. And dribbling up the near sideline is Richardson. Sends it back deep before getting across the timeline to Stephen McCaskill. He'll bring it across and returns it back to Richardson. Drives the left elbow, ripped out of the hands. That is Mr. Box. Goes to the rack right side and lays it in for 2 and the foul. A chance for a 3-point play. 8 points for Tyler Box and 28 turnovers for Roswell. Now 88-39. A 49-point lead for the Eagles. Biggest of the game. And it could be 50 here with the free throw if the clock doesn't run out first. I think that's going to be it. So that will be it. Box cannot make it a 50-point win for the Eagles, but they'll take it regardless. 88-39, winning by 49 over the Roswell Coyotes. We'll take a 3-minute break, come back with the Hobbs Eagle postgame show on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
You're clear. Two minutes. One minute.
Give me an extra 30, please.
Okay. One minute. 30. $15. $5. 3, 2, 1, go.
Back live here at Task Arena. Boy, the Taskovich band is still jamming after the Eagles winning big over Roswell tonight by 49 points, 88-39. Eagles improved to 22-2 and 4-0 in district, the only undefeated team in the district at this point. We know earlier tonight Clovis was actually leading over Carlsbad in the third quarter. Don't have a final on that one yet, so that was an upset in the making. We'll have to see if we can get a score by the time this one is over here in the postgame show. So Eagles getting a Mercy Roll victory by 49. Let's look at the numbers for Roswell. They have one in double digits. Ivan Miramontes, he had 17 points and 5 3-pointers, was 2 for 2 from the line and had 4 rebounds. I'm sure he's tired after that one. Big drop-off in scoring after that, though. Jeremiah Barola, coach's son, was 6 points, 2 for 2 from the line and 4 rebounds. Josh Estrada got a tray and 5 points total and 2 boards. Jacob Palomino coming off the bench, 1 of 2 on the line with 3 points. A.B. Toscano had a bucket for 2 with 3 rebounds. Emiliano Bonilla went 2 for 2 on the line, 2 points and 2 boards. Jacob Lackey had 3 points, 1 of 2 on the line, and the leading rebounder with 5. Christian Richardson 1 of 2 for 1 point and 1 rebound. And Anthony Ortega was 0 for 2 on the line and had 3 rebounds. Roswell went 9 of 15 from the charity stripe for 60%. And had 24 rebounds. Their top boardman was Jacob Lackey with 5 and 4 apiece for Miramontes and Barola. Big problem for Roswell in this one, 28 turnovers in the ball game. Looking at the Hobbs Eagle numbers in the contest, winning by 49 points. Eagles getting 3 in double digits. Aaron Mora, the leader, he had a double-double tonight, 30 points and 11 rebounds. So a big game for him. Also had some time on the line. Not the best shooting on the line, but 2 for 4, adding a few more points to his totals. Jalen Gore finishing with 20 points and 6 3-pointers in the game. So 18 of his 20 points. His 1 bucket was not a 3 in this contest for him. He also had 4 rebounds. So he continues to be the big leader with 3-point shots for the Eagles this season. He had 66 coming into the game with those 5, or make it 6 tonight. That's 72 3-pointers. Again, he is the record holder for career threes for the Eagles. Other scores in the game, actually I forgot to mention we had another double-digit score in the contest. That was Michael Mackey. He finished with 12 points. In terms of free throws in the contest, he was 3 for 4 for 75%. He also had a tray and finished with 5 rebounds. On down the list for the Eagles, Ronnie Ross with 8 points. He had a tray himself, 1 for 2 on the line with 5 rebounds. Tyler Box coming off the bench for 8 points and 3 boards. Darius Royal, a very scrappy game for him, 4 points and 4 rebounds. Ethan Van Landingham with 2 for 2 on the line for 2 points and 2 boards. Katre Morgan, 1 of 2 from the line, kind of a quiet game for him, 1 point and 4 rebounds. Gilberto Miranda got some action, especially in that fourth quarter. He went 1 for 2 on the line and had 3 points and a rebound. The Eagles had a total of 9 scores in the book in this ball game. Free throw situation for the Eagles, 10 of 18 for 55%. They out-rebounded Roswell 40-24 and led by Aaron Mora's 11 in double digits with that double-double as well. And 5 for Ronnie Ross and Mackey and 4 apiece for Morgan and Darius Royal. It's a lot of people crashing those boards. Also, Jalen Gore got 4 rebounds in this game. Again, the big difference, 3 turnovers, 28 for Roswell and just 13 for the Eagles in this game. In terms of point production throughout the contest, Eagles just up by 6 in the first quarter. We're up at halftime, 49-22, outscoring Roswell 27-6 in the third, and then 20-2 in the third quarter. Unbelievable there. And again, in the fourth quarter, they outscored them 19-15 for the victory. So 88-39 the score, 49-point win for the Eagles, going to 22-2 and 4-0 in district. We mentioned there'll be a couple of days off. Friday night, the Eagles will be on the road to take on Clovis. And the last time that we checked, Clovis was actually leading Carlsbad by 4 points. And I believe they got the victory. I'm checking up on Max Preps right now. And, yes, a big upset. No. Carlsbad came back and won it. I jumped the gun there. 2 CHSs on there. I read it wrong. 46-41. Carlsbad coming from behind. They outscored Clovis 17-9 in the fourth quarter to get the win. Clovis was up 10-4 in the first quarter. They were down 22-20 at the half. They outscored Carlsbad 12-7 in the third quarter. So heading into the fourth quarter, it was 32-29 Clovis by 3. But again, the 17-9 differential for Carlsbad in the fourth quarter got them the 5-point win. So Clovis almost had their second win in a row because they beat Roswell in overtime last week for their first win in district. So Hobbs has got to be ready. They don't want to kind of just glide their way through the rest of the schedule here in the district. They want to make sure they play 100%. They had a little trouble last year on the road in Clovis. Of course, Michael Mackey got that little floater in the middle of the paint there right before the buzzer to give the Eagles a 2-point win on the road, and then came here back to Task Arena and pretty much thumped on Clovis. But sometimes kind of hard for the Eagles to play on the road in some of these ball games, so definitely want to take care of business on Friday night. We're trying to get a final score of the Hobbs Lady Eagles. I don't have one at this point. I know they were up by 31-6, I believe, at the half. Looks like I do get a final from Tiffany. Thanks, back at the station. Final score, Hobbs Lady Eagles 65, Roswell 14. Hobbs winning by 51 points. Pretty close to what we had here tonight, a 49-point win. Final score here at Task Arena, Hobbs 88, Roswell 39. Thanks to Tiffany Stuber back at the station. We'll be back on the air Friday night as we head to Clovis for a 7 o'clock tip-off here on HobbsAmerica.com, YouTube, and Cole 95.7. I'm Ty Friend saying adios. Have a great rest of a Tuesday night out there.
You're clear.
Thanks for the score.
Welcome.
Okay, see ya.